And it wasn't for me yet again. That's annoying. Right, I'm just going to check that the volume's working. Also, I'm not going to, I know I say it all the time, but I've got a wee alarm on. I'm planning on not making this too long because I actually already done one for today, but I am currently in the process of taking the tree down. So clearly there is some sort of acceptance going on in the world for all of us, but definitely for me. There's the booking session if you're watching this on replay. Wait a minute, we didn't have that before. I can get gifts now. I really just think it's like, I don't know. I don't. It's kind of pointless, but I think it's just a bit of a fun. The goal, yeah. Thanks if you do that. That's the goal. Because I'm not even going to be here half an hour, but I just do that because it's in my way if I don't. Right, so the setup's not ideal, but it'll do for today. It'll do for today. Right, okay, so, and we've got little crystal angel in the... Shall we just call her Crystal? Will we just be cute and let's just call her Crystal? But then that might confuse everyone with the whole, my name's Claire, not Crystal. But right, so if you've not caught me doing these, this is the divinely timed messages, which are funnily enough divinely timed. Sometimes I'm going to be cute and try and go live at 144. I actually, wait a minute, I didn't even check if... 144? Yeah. I actually would have been live at 144 had the interruption not happened. So this could be symbolic. Well, it will be symbolic of some kind of distraction, disruption. And although I wouldn't exactly call it conflict, my eyes just got led down to peace and conflict. So I feel that's going to be the focus of this, if this is yours. Now remember, it can't be everyone's every day. I'm just turning up in divine time and giving whoever the message. So we'll just see. So I am using quite hard hitting ones though, because when the moon is in Gemini, like it is right now, that's my 8th house. So I have more of a Scorpio Plutonian vibe. And I'm always digging deep for the truth, but I go even more like that. So, oh no, we're not using them, are we? They just pulled me to that big mammoth, you know, the big deck that's a bit harsh. All right, let's just stick with this one just now. If I'm led to that, I'll go to it. Right, so if this is yours, whether you're male or female, divine feminine, divine masculine, and of course there's a chance you might not be on the twin flame journey at all, but just be aware that I'm a twin flame healer and this is usually who I attract. So what is a block that you're currently dealing with or something that you've just worked through? And that's how you'll know that this is for you. Fear of loss. So you're afraid of losing someone or being abandoned. Take a chance. So obviously, and you've also, there could have been a ghosting thing that's went on here because I've pulled not talking, but it's in reverse. So if this is you, in the past you've ghosted through fear of loss. So it's just that one that comes up all the time. You don't need to be a twin flame with this, but twin flames deal with it very strongly. It's you have cut someone out of your life, not because they didn't mean anything to you. It's actually quite the opposite, and it's because subconsciously, a lot of the time it isn't very conscious, but it's just kind of like, whoa, I just feel if I let myself get any deeper with this person, like, I can't even put into words how much that's going to hurt me because my throat chakra is getting blocked. I feel like I can't speak right now. So that is what was going on in your mindset when you done that at the time, or you could be still be doing it. But I feel you're coming out of that energy because we've got not talking in reverse. But this card says you aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. So crystal clear. It's funny when I just said about the angel. It's obvious what this is going to be about. It's someone has not made their feelings clear. So like this person that has been, you feel like you've been abandoned because somebody just cut you off out nowhere, makes it look like you don't give a fuck, like everyone else is more important than you. Now you might be able to see through that, or it really just depends, because when people's self-worth, confidence, your own inner child wounds, all of that, basically, if you've not got a secure attachment, nobody could, you know, blame you for being like, well, what's wrong with me? What did I do? And blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. And also, you've got to use your common sense and not be delulu with this. Not everybody is a twin flame. And even when you are twin flames, I've seen it loads of times over the 11 years I've been doing this. People get it wrong. And the divine masculine, male and females, are the ones that get it wrong, basically the most. And I would even say some of the people that I've seen in public, on this platform in particular, I happen to feel some of them are actually the masculine, and they've been feeling like they were the feminine making an innocent mistake. Or they recognise it quietly and don't say it anyway. That's mad, because I've just seen it far too many times, and I'm sure it actually does always happen around the Leo full moon, because it's kind of dramatic. But anyway, we've all got masculine and feminine inside us, and if you're brand new to me and you don't kind of get what I'm meaning, just hang around and you'll see what I mean. I tend to attract the masculine energies because I'm the feminine. I balance out the energy, and I can tap into both energies. And yeah, it always just makes sense. It's whether, you know, it's a lot of females in the masculine predominantly, because you've got feminine too, and a lot of males in the masculine and some males that are in the feminine. So everybody knows this, but just in case you're new, I'm talking really fast because we've got 9 minutes left. I want to keep these quite short. So somebody stopped talking, they ghosted, and it's so weird because where is it? Oh, look, every mug I use is part of it. Everything I wear, and I've got my big cozy brown jumper on again. I just chucked it on when I went my walk, but I will be wearing something a little more probably Scorpio-ish. I feel like a bit of red or something when I go live in a couple of hours. But brown is very grounding. I've not forgot, I do want to do some grounding EFT videos for you. It's on my list, so I will get that done. But yeah, look, Ghostbusters. So I should have known it was going to be about ghosting or something. But yeah, the good thing is someone's coming out of that mode. So, and I am talking to the person that done that. So if you stopped talking, you went quiet on someone, you shut down, and you have consciously realised that you've done that not because the person doesn't mean a lot to you, that it's because they mean so much to you that you couldn't handle it, and it's a lot easier to be attached to people where, to be blunt, you don't care as much. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't care at all, but it's, you know, you're not going to be devastated like you would with this person. So if you're like, that's not me, it's not your message, or, you know, yeah, so whatever. Let's see, what else have we got from this deck? Oh my God, so sorry. Right, I'm going to, right, look, here, that's quite clear. We've got a feminine that's like, I'm away, fuck this guy's no coming, because that's what I keep saying with that card. She's got her bag on, the door's open. It looks like she's not even hanging around to get her shoes on or close the door. No, she has got shoes on. In another one, she hasn't. But here's a guy looking very sad. Is that in the shot, actually? I got comfy and sat down, but I need to check. Yeah, you can see. This looks like a feminine that's like, yep, this person's not coming. They ghosted me, they don't care. They've created a new life elsewhere that I either know about, or they must have done that because they've not come back. And this person's like, oh my God. And then they've been haunted by the past, the memories, maybe the ancestors are at them. Release the resentment loop. Resentment isn't power, it's poison. Stop playing the story, you're free to choose peace. So I feel like this is very like some of the ones I done yesterday. Now, I done 3 in a row. I done Wednesdays, I done today's, and I done, and today's was about release your ex. And it was lovely stuff, like true love is very soon and all that. And are you fucking oh my God, hang on. That, I mean, that's, I think that is for me now. But whenever there's an interruption, it's part of it. Hang on. Hello? All right, thanks. Fuck's sake, right, it's for me. Hang on, I'm going to need to turn off the mic. Drop the mic. Pause. So hopefully you can still hear me. The sound won't be as clear. I've only got a few minutes now if I want to keep this short. It was for me, but I'm just going to see if you can hear me. But wait a minute. That does sound really far away now. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know why I sound so far away. Anyway, it's only going to be a few more minutes. I chucked the mic somewhere. Like I chucked in. It's in one of my shoes or something and I can't find it, so that's quite funny. But yeah, but when the door goes like that, right, it's always, like I said, it's interruptions. And remember, it did start the interruptions because the door had rang right when I went to do this. It wasn't even for me that time. So that's just my example of distractions or communication out of the blue. We are in Aquarius season. There is a lot about that because, Gemini moon is communication as well. And tonight I'm channeling Gemini in the 3rd house. So don't just watch it if you're Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We've all got Gemini, we've all got a 3rd house. We're all interested in communication, especially in Twinflame journey. I mean, oh dear, they're pulling me to this deck. I mean, we have got mirror in here, and we have got Queen Bee, which is divine feminine, and then, oh my god, karmic friends. So this is very in line with all the themes that have been coming up. But it's not a coincidence, they just made me post, when I posted that song, which I now can't stop singing, when I referred to that yesterday off Elementals, you know, steal the show. And I said, like, you know, that's how it should be. Like, look, like, somebody should be making you, like Queen Bee, you know, star of the show. Like, if you're both securely attached, like, you wouldn't be in competition, you wouldn't be threatened by your love interest, you know. But there's so many examples. Love Island, oh my god, that's so interesting that Karmic Friends is peeking in on the shot there. But it's like, Love Island and shows that do make it like that. And trust me, like, look, I'm the biggest Love Island fan going, so I'm like, I do love watching it. But it's the people watching thing. I've always loved Big Brother because of that, and I don't love living in Big Brother, but, like, you know, and I love watching Love Island and really any kind of reality show like that. But it's good to recognise the way they set these things up. But there's something with this, you know, like there could be jealousy around karmic friends. So frenemies, enemies, snakes in the grass, because we're in the last year in the sake. I'm getting sick of hearing myself saying that too, guys, but we move into, you know, the fire horse on the 17th of February with a new moon Aquarius, eclipse season starts. So, you know, I'm going to stop saying that soon, and so will everyone else. But it's kind of like, yeah, I do feel there's jealousy around somebody rising and getting attention for something, and I do feel you might be unaware that your twin flame is mirroring you, so they now also be aware of karmic friends around them, or and they're, you know, glowing, shining, maybe healing, clearing themselves of karmic addiction, stuff like that. But we've got can't fully trust them, tension, secret competition, keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. This is all very relevant because with the Leo full moon on Sunday, that is about shining. Hello, it's Laugh Maker, welcome. That is about shining, and when people shine, like, people get gel, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not shining your own light, you will get people that, like, you know, like gel energy. And so to quickly sort of, I've totally went past the time thing, but I'm going to put a wee bit more, like, that's why the example of Love Island is such a great thing. Like I'd said about that, I'd noticed that girl, it seems like she literally was jealous of Sammy, who is the one that's, she's really good looking, she's just really cool, and she's just a nice person as well. So she is a bit of a triple threat, like, and the rest of it. Like, she's not a dick, like, she's a nice guy, and she's actually genuinely confident too, without being annoying about it, in my personal opinion. For being quite young, she seems very mature and fair, and I just like her. And I feel that was a very fair judgment because the public voted her favourite girl last night. And, you know, sometimes people get a bit above their station, but anyway. And it was so interesting because the one that I was saying, it's clear she's just went in just to steal the guy that she's getting to know. Like, I don't even think the girl really likes Zach Kieran. She just wanted to do it to get at the girl. And I would say I was spot fucking on, because I'm always spot on with shit like that. Again, not being big-headed, it is just my calling. I've got my North Node and Gemini in the 8th house. I can spot the shady fuckers, the karmic friends, a mile off for others and for myself. And ask me why I'm good at it, because I also sometimes don't spot it and I get stung even worse than other people do, and I learn from it, but I'm very good at spotting this, right? And it's like the majority of the time, but like I said, every 3 years or so there'll be a snake in the grass in any area of my life that really, really hurts me, and it's to do with the Saturn transits. I've worked it out. It's like every sort of yeah, it's just so weird. It does happen. So you might, I'm sharing that if anyone else might notice this, but you learn from it. These are karmic friends, karmic lovers, karmic family, karmic clients in some cases. I have a lot of other healer mediums, all that jazz, that get weird, jealous people, jealous that if you're doing your thing confident and shining and other people are a bit insecure, or they're not at your, they're at day 1, you're at day 10, you're on the fucking 10th book and they're judging them. I mean, you should never, you don't know what someone's done to get there. You should never judge anyone, you know what I mean? We all do, basically, we all do judge people. We're judging everyone all the time. That is a fact, right? But in the sense of, you don't know that person's backstory, right? So, oh my god, what the heck, right, guys? This is why I don't like using this deck, but what the fuck? Again, I know it's harsh words and psycho, crazy ex, obsessed, will let go. So as I keep saying, Pluto conjunct Mars in Aquarius, expect unexpected shock surprises, is very much Mars conjunct Pluto. Mars conjunct Pluto in any sign, because Aquarius is shockers and like, oh my god, I didn't, like, what the hell, unexpected. But also, again, harsh to say that about the girl in Love Island, but that's where I was going with that. That's why it's worth this being a bit longer. That creeps me out, that girl totally fancies herself in quite an annoying way, because the guy last night was like, you know, you're absolutely stunning. She was like, yeah, of course. It's like, look, I'm all for confidence. That's what I'm here to, you know, encourage people with. But there was something about the way that she replied, I was like, that is cringe. And also, I don't think it's genuine. I really don't. I think she's very deeply insecure, because yeah, she was trying to lure that guy in, and then it's like, he's sort of, he thought she was hot, but you can tell he was kind of like, wait a minute, there's a few things that have been said that are a bit weird, but he was still up for it. And then I can't remember, like, he's kind of cut it off, because I think he sensed she was going to, right, so he got there first, and then he's went to that nice girl and went like, you know, I want to be with you. It's your birthday today. Oh, happy birthday, Brandy. Later on, if you come back later on, I'll do you a few cards for your birthday, but I don't want to make these ones that long. But basically, yeah, like I've said, I think I even said this yesterday, right? It just backs up what I was saying, because, like, basically, as soon as he's cooled it off with her, like, she's like on the next one, and the next one that she's on to is like totally one of the fave boys, you know, like everybody loves this guy, and it's clear she just wants to win, right? But I would say she is a bit, psycho's harsh, but I would say that is a jealous karmic female sneaky person that was jealous of the one that Sammy, that's just been voted the favourite girl, for quite rightly so, because she's just a nice person. And like I said last night, I always notice that about Love Island. A lot of the times when somebody is just generally a nice person, people try to say they're fake, whether it's a guy or a girl. They've done that with Molly May years ago as well. And Molly May, if you don't know her, is hugely successful, very driven. She's got Mars at the highest of Virgo. If you know your astrology, that is like about as hard working as hard working gets. Could be very neurotic and very critical of self and all that kind of stuff, but she's very honest. Like, she says about her insecurities and her, you know, her blah blah blah. But everybody accused her and Tommy's romance of being fake. Now that is not perfect by a long shot, because he's got a lot of his own issues, addictions, blah blah blah. But he's working through them. I think they're back together now. But they weren't fake, you know, like, they proved the test of time. So people were wrong about that. But it's just, when somebody is quite nice like that, it's such a shame that a lot of people will say they're fake. But so yeah, I feel there could have been a jealous person of somebody that's getting a lot of attention for something they're good at, that's, you know, done that. Oh my god, yes, I'm here for this. Look, shine, your light irritates their demons. Yeah, like I'm saying, that's why they're getting me home in Love Island. If you're not watching it, that girl gets attention because she's beautiful. That Sammy is, I think she's really hot. She's beautiful. If I was a guy, I'd fancy her, because she's just good looking. Do you know what I mean? And I don't bat for that team. I fancy guys, but it's kind of like, you know, she's attractive because she's confident, good looking, nice girl. Seems like a girl's girl, right? And that was her issue with that other one. She's like, I thought we were friends, you know, but at the end of the day, I suppose you're here to do your thing, but fucking hell, you're going about it in a bit of a fucking weird way kind of thing. And then the public obviously agree, right? But, and so again, if you're like, again, I know I'm getting really invested in this, but it's because it's going to be about real life scenarios. Someone has been jealous of someone that gets a lot of attention for something that they're good at, or maybe it's for a connection that you have with someone else. And I would say it's exactly the same. They've targeted, they've maybe went after your person just because they could, not because they wanted them, just because they could. I'm done playing games. And this, I feel this is a masculine coming in now. Like, I'm done with playing games. Like, I'm done with this karmic cycle. Cycles, triggers, and lessons. I'm not going to share the other card that was on the bottom of that deck, but if you've seen me use this a few times, it's one of the ones where I'm like, that's maybe sharing a bit too much of people's shit, but let's just, because it went this way, let's get... And again, this isn't everyone's, but it was going to be dramatic because of what I said about my moon in the 8th house. The moon, sorry, in my 8th house right now, and my north node. It is my north node to shed light on the shady fuckers like this. And yes, we just pray that this is a past situation I'm picking up on, that you're hopefully away from, healing from. But if it's presently going on and you're kind of gaslighting yourself, be discerning. By the way, as well, you could be like a divine masculine male as well, and you're shining and your light irritates the demons around you. Demons in people, I might add, but people can be demons too. So you're rising in some kind of empowerment, and it's making people jealous, and they could be trying to pull you back into a karmic cycle. So be aware of that too. It can work all different ways. Same, like it could be a jealous guy of a jealous guy. Do you know what I mean? And it could be like a jealous girl of a jealous guy, or just girl of just all that kind of stuff. Right, so because this gives ones about snake in the grass, snake, blah, 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 is something like that going to come out? So I am actually... This is a personal reading right now, Brandy. Do you know what? Something told me that was going to be the case. So again, because my guides know what they're doing, they would have collaborated with your guides, God, so you're welcome. But I will actually do you another one. And again, like I said the other day, I'm sorry if this is resonating, because it's not a very nice one. I'm sorry for whoever is resonating. But haters gonna hate. And we pray for those people to get healing. But yeah, again, for those of you in the UK, like, because people do watch Love Island, that watch me, but they don't tend to be a lot of people that talk. But people tell me in personal sessions, but like, yeah, I'm just like, I'm happy with that analysis, because last night too, I went so geeky, and if you look at the community tab, it was so moving. That Curtis guy got so upset because the girl cooled it off. She's another favourite, actually. She's nice. Yeah, that's basically, if you read, I just mapped it all out. The other week where I was saying, Millie, she was voted favourite girl, she again is just a good looking girl. She's a nice girl. She doesn't fuck people over. Therefore, quite a lot of people fancy her because she's a nice person, she's good looking, blah, blah, all that, you know what I mean? She's not a dick. And it helps when people are nice looking, but everyone's, you know, beauty's an eye beholder. And that's the one where, the one that was just ditched last night, and I do like her, but I was like, I went off her when she done that, because I thought, is it even worth it? Because again, she wasn't even arsed about that guy either. And then, so what happened last week? The guy that snogged her behind Millie's back, well, Millie kicked him out because, don't disrespect me, mate. We've been together about 5 minutes, and you need to, bye, see you later. Hilarious, kicked him out, right? Because they're no twin flames. That's someone she's been getting to know for 5 days. And he actually thought he could disrespect and humiliate her on the telly. You gonna learn today, Charlie. Okay, we're sending love to Charlie, because it was kind of sad to watch. I think he'd thought that because other guys had done that previous years, he could do it too. Well, there's a good lesson, not copy others. And then, yeah, sadly, the girl that was kicked out shockingly last night, I would say she's one of the favourites too, but she's not a favourite with me because she's the one that kissed that guy behind Millie's back. That's what I'm saying. There's a bit of hope for the Love Island public anyway, because they've seen what I've said too, and what a lot of people would say, snakes behind your back. Love Island is about that, right? Every man for themselves, every woman for themselves, but you don't need to be a sneaky fucker about it. It doesn't need to be behind closed doors and all of that. Do you know what I mean? It's everyone single, what's fair and love and water and all that kind of stuff. And it's I certainly wouldn't be calling somebody a friend. They would be psycho, a karmic friend, psycho. Somebody that's making out they're your pal, but they're trying to fucking stick the knife in whatever way. Oh, this is very shady. Snake in the grass is going to come out. I'll be surprised if it doesn't. If it doesn't come out now, it'll come out when I'm back in a bit. Anyway, so But yeah, oh yeah, sorry, that's what I started saying about Curtis. But Millie's getting to know Curtis, and he is moving a bit fast. But I looked at his chart, and he is an Aquarius, but he's also got Mars in Aquarius, where it is right now. And the Pluto, wait a minute, yeah, Mars-Pluto conjunction is literally hitting his Uranus right now, right? In the 8th house, okay? 8th house is what I'm saying. The moon right now is transit my 8th house. Scorpio energy, pain, trauma, hidden pain, Pluto, pain, real Scorpio, Aquarius, unexpected, Mars, anger, passion as well. That's why he's got something weirdly sexy about him. He's pretty cringe, but he's a nice guy all round. And I did say, I was like, there's something a wee bit attractive about him to me as well. Like, I mean, it's like, not massively, but it's kind of like, do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. He's got that Scorpio sexy thing going on, and having Mars, your sex sign, in the 8th house, that's a sexy person. But obviously deeply feeling as well, because he's only been getting to know her 5 minutes, but he maybe liked her before he went in, you see, and he made a beeline for her, but she's just like, whoa, this is a bit much. And so my point in that was more going to be for people that are actually watching it. That's not fake, but I bet you a lot of people will be saying he's putting that on. He wasn't putting that on. That is astrology textbook. Like, if you know your astrology, that's at the transits hitting him. Because even he was like, whoa, get it together, why am I getting this upset? That's why. It pulled the rug out from under him. So I feel, because I'm talking about being blindsided, someone in this connection was blindsided. Phoenix rising, and you might be down in your luck, but you're going to rise like the phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. I wonder if, yeah, I thought that. Some days chose a codependent connection, some days chose a snake in the grass over the genuine one. I'd probably say twin flame in this case, but you can just, take it as it resonates. Codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, control, emotional block. I think somebody's worked out, somebody is, sorry to say, a psycho, because I think somebody, like, it's like that one I done the horrible one I done, when I can't remember what sign it was. I think it might be Pisces, because I haven't watched that one yet, where I was mentioning Wicker Park, where it's someone's been doing all this damage behind the scenes, and then the guy works it out. Mask, and the mask has slipped. I keep channeling the mask has slipped. I think someone, and a lot of people couldn't see through somebody's true colours, like that girl in Love Island. She's coming across all lovely and sweet, she's got beautiful eyes like this woman too, but her voice would get right on my tits. Oh my god, I don't like that accent either. I'm really sorry if any of you have got that accent, but she's like, really? Oh no, oh my god, I just can't. I think it's more just her. She's very irritating. But she's hot. I can see she's hot, but who cares? There's a lot of other hot people that wouldn't be that annoying. It wouldn't be that much of a snake. Hiding true feelings, pretending, delude, gaslight, personify. I did mention gaslight at some point. And ascending, learning, expansion, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. It came out reverse, so someone might still be in this. Someone might still be stuck, not being able to see through someone. Because like I said, I really do think that guy only moved on because he thought she was going to do it, and he got to the post because he... What's funny too, right? I'm just being such an astrology geek, but I'm here for it, right? He's a Capricorn. Capricorn can be very serious and very cutthroat. The sneaky girl, sorry, but that's what I'm going to call her. She's a Scorpio. Scorpio's my favourite sign, but I see she's coming from the snaky, because Scorpio is snake medicine too. She's coming from the shadow of it. She's coming from the sneaky, shady, dark bit of it, right? From, like, I'm going to sneak my way in and get what I want. And using my sexual energy, like, to seduce somebody. And the nice girls in Aquarius, friendship, you don't do that to your friends kind of thing. Even though they're not, like, massively close, well, they definitely won't be now. But, she still wouldn't have done that. But I just find it hilarious that girl is now claiming, she's like, yeah, I just find him too serious. I want someone I can laugh with. Actually, that's quite true, because Sagittarius comes before Capricorn. Sagittarius is about laughing and banter. Wow, why am I saying that though? She's Scorpio. Oh, it's Millie that's Sagittarius. That's what it is. Well, anyway, it still makes sense to me. She's Scorpio, but I feel she might have a bit I feel she must have... Oh, no, look, she's Libra moon, I think. She's got a bit more bantery thing going on. And he is Capricorn, and the girl is... But anyway, I would say the other two that were originally happy together are more well-suited, because Aquarius, air, Capricorn, earth. It's more kind of serious. I kind of see, like, air and earth better suited. and then like fire and water. Sometimes fire and fire, water and water. You know what I mean? It's just, and then it's like the wee film that I've posted in the community tab. But anyway, this was quite a heavy read. I did think it was going to be, I hope it doesn't resonate with anyone, but as we saw, Brandy's saying this is a personal reading right now. So let's get some lighter message. Let's get rid of all this horrible. That is just so fucking horrible that all that's come up. And actually, shit, when you bring it back to this, someone was afraid of losing you, so they ghosted you. They were resentful about something, maybe because you didn't chase them. And you were like, fuck this, I'm not fucking chasing you. You're like actually humiliating me, picking other people, and acting like I don't mean fuck all. I'm away. You're not ascending, so how do I even know you're doing the work? Like, you know, when you're wearing a mask, how am I meant to know? You've not let me know. You could still be in an addiction. Thinking somebody's a queen bee when really they're a psycho behind the scenes that has just done it to get to me. And yeah, your light irritates their demon. Look, karmic friends. And now you're mirroring, I feel you've been fucked over by friends like that too. This could be all people that know each other. Karmic psycho. I'm rising from the ashes. I'm done playing games. I think I'm channeling the feminine here. But I feel it's if this is yours, the masculine's catching up. And helping. Give a little time to help others in their moment of need. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. But who's smile? Cheer others up with smile. A smile goes a long way. Memories. Make wonderful memories of your loved ones. Appreciation. Right. So I think what they're saying is this masculine's thinking back, adding all the dots together, like that film Wicker Park, appreciating other. This person wants to say thank you because you brought light to something that they weren't able to see. They were in a place of unsettled energy. Have peace within yourselves, release any worries to the angels. So this person's feeling quite worried, not at peace, seeking guidance. You're being encouraged to ask your angels for guidance for your current situation. And this person's not got a lot of laughter in their life. They're being encouraged to take a leap of faith. It's time to, oh my God, right, we're ending it there. It's time to leap out the darkness and into the light, filled with positivity. And like I said, hi Heidi, I'm just leaving in a minute. Welcome. I'm coming back in a wee bit though. Like I said, this makes sense to me because obviously it's not going to be the same unless Gemini is your 8th house too, but because Gemini is my 8th house, and that's a huge part to do with how I heal with my voice like I'm doing right now, and basically delivering people from evil. And evil might be a bit strong, but we've got psycho, we've got karmic friends, we've got sneaky energy, we've got me referring to that Love Island thing, which again, they're all over it, and that girl's happy because she's got her guy back. But I really don't actually, oh my God, that is absolutely hilarious. Hello Curtis, I've just been talking about a Curtis, and a Curtis arrives. I can't handle how funny that is. But so obviously that could be a significant name, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's a very good example that someone's coming out of the dark and moving towards the light, moving towards genuine energy and seeing the light. Like the guy on Love Island. But again, I'm not really actually sure that that guy deserves her, but we'll see as it unfolds. Vision, quest, clarity and truth, Shambhala, deep healing. Yeah, there's been deep healing here, and I'd say it's deep healing to see the people around you for what they are. And what you're rewarded with, if both people, like I said earlier, if your divine match rises to meet you in that energy, if they've got the courage to do so, Leo Full Moon Sunday is about that. Let go of fear and jump into love. Let go beyond attachments. The negative attachments were the karmic friends, and in some cases, psychos around you. Don't blame the what's it? Charge it to the game. If you're watching Love Island, I hate that saying, but that's what the girl says. Charge it to the game means, you know, it's the game of life, but all are invited, 5th dimension, New Earth. You're leaving that shit behind. In New Earth frequency, which is really about a paradigm shift, people don't treat each other like that, right? But we're in the storm right now, so you're seeing the ugliness rise in the world as this beautiful energy comes in. It's okay to feel it all cleanse, collapse the old realignment. The old timelines are collapsing, where you allowed people like that around you. And I would say it's both people that allow that resonate. And again, don't make this yours, it's not yours. It's pretty heavy. I'm putting a lot of passion into it, but I can feel the energy of it. And yes, I'm going to sage. I'm going to take my tree down. And what time is it? It's 2:30. So I'm going to be in the membership roughly probably in about half an hour, maybe a wee bit longer than that. And then I'm aiming to hopefully go live 4 UK time or just after. I don't really want to go much later than that. But yeah, I'll see you then, and hopefully we don't pick up on the same story, but chances are we will. Something like this around this theme. I might use some of the same cards to see, but either way, I feel there's some sort of communication coming your way that's going to make all this make sense if this is yours. And remember, this could have already all played out because it can be past, present, or future. And you see, even that's got the Scorpio element I'm talking about because it's Phoenix rising. Do you know what I mean? And everything I do has that element because I've got so many Scorpio placements. But anyway, I'm going to end that there. Like I said, I keep trying to make these short because it's to do with the processing, but I can't. Once I get into it, once I get stuck in, especially in this detective energy, I can't really stop. So, yeah, sending prayers and love to all involved, especially anybody that has been the people that have, had an unhealthy hold over somebody. You're recognizing that about yourself, that you're like that girl in Love Island. You're just it's about competitive energy. You just want to be the top dog, the queen bee. You don't really care about who. You just, oh, that's the person that everybody seems to be fancying, and I think I can get them, so I'll just do that just to get what I want. Toxic as fuck. Go for who you actually want, and then it's a wee bit more fair. If you actually do genuinely like that person, they like you, fucking all's fair and love more. But when people are just getting involved to hurt other people, bad karma involved in that. So, but even you can heal too if you've done that. It's all insecurity at the end of the day. But taking it right back to the first two cards, that just feels very tragic and sad that somebody has cared a lot, but they've made out they didn't, and looks like they've lost the one they really want. In fact, let's just because I'm because I'm saying it like that. Have they lost this person? If this is twin flames, you won't have lost them, but this is particularly dark if all the details are abundance, positive mindset, manifest gratitude, bliss. Well, someone's been working their finances, healing heartbreak, toxicity, addiction, abusive relationship. Cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression, arriving. This is the same as today's energy. And can I just say as well, someone let me know that the one I done yesterday, that is actually literally what is going on in their life right now. So you know what I mean? That's why it's just nuts when that happens, but like literally on the same day. So when I say it's timeless, sometimes this is real time. I would say the person that broke somebody's heart, whatever the details are of all of this, because like I said, some of that's really shady. Because I'm going to that Love Island thing, and I do that. It's so obvious that girl just done that to get at the girl. She wasn't really interested in the guy. She just done it to get the girl, which is a jealous cycle basically. And like, but in other cases, like it won't be that you know the other woman or the other man or whatever the genders are here, right? But I feel they're saying if you are the person that made the mistake, if you keep a positive mindset, you're grateful for the lessons, you're focusing on manifesting the best outcome, because abundance isn't always money, but obviously you could be working on money because it's got like things to do with money. But you're getting out of a toxic relationship, right? Because remember it said release your ex, right? So that can be quite literal, or that can be release the trauma of what happened with someone. If you're cutting ties, moving on from that, you'll be progressing and arriving, moving forward in the next part of your journey. From somebody away from outdated thinking that kept you in an abusive relationship. That look, this is someone replaying their events over in their head, going over everything. Yeah, again, they just keep saying the same thing. Forgive yourself. You chose the codependent. You chose the obsessed like person that's in very toxic energy. The person that just wanted to keep you because they could. They wanted to hurt this connection. They wanted to block you from where you're meant to be. But you've got to take personal responsibility. This is always my card. Not today, Satan. Boundaries and hurt. Avoiding avoiding conversation. Not dealing upset. You chose to ghost the person that's genuine. Just like the guy done in Love Island, he was ignoring the one that's not done anything wrong, and then she got really upset. And it's all kind of like, but it says not today. Someone's facing up to something they didn't. Cut down, cutting out separation, stop the patterns. Wow, this is really powerful actually. Somebody is trying to do something about this. Someone has been healing. Why did I do that? Why did I ghost? Why did I shut down? Why did I make it look like I don't care when I do? I'm going to try and stop the pattern. I'm going to try and own the fact that I went silent on someone to process my feelings for a long time. I'm coming out of poker face. Taking a chance, risk options, not showing hand, gambling. I'm coming out of that. I'm stopping playing games. I've done the shadow work. I'm doing the shadow work. I'm taking the time to heal. I'm valuing myself. I'm now seeing I wasn't fair to that person. I'm coming out of a karmic relationship, or I have already done that. Came out yesterday. Resentment, there's that word again. Triggers, perception, intensity, letting go, turmoil, fleeting. I've transformed. I'm making healthy choices, and I've let go of her. The girl with the snake. I mean, it's interesting it came out in reverse. Evolving and growth, next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past, self-love, self-care, being happier, love life, girl with a snake, self-expand. Yeah, they charmed, they used me, they were keeping me in this energy, they didn't respect my boundaries, they were an energy vampire, I lacked confidence, I self-sabotaged by choosing that person, I was in ego, I was in fear, it's just caused delays. Yep, I'm putting the snake behind me, just in case we're not getting the message. Competition, enemy, the other woman, look over your shoulder. This is why I'm saying that goes a lot deeper for some people, right? So just, you'll know if it's yours. But the snake, that girl with snake came out reverse. The snake came out reverse. Hiding true feelings, pretending, delude, gaslight, personify. That person wasn't whom they were. That person, the twin flame wasn't being who they really are. They're going to start chasing the one they really want. It was all from a fear of abandonment. But they've ended up not happy. Happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase is over with a girl with a snake, or a guy with a snake, change it as it resonates. Could have come about through partying, but it's just left people in heartbreak. Deeply hurt, feeling lost, grieving, despair, breakup. Person refused to ascend, but they're now doing it now. This is somebody that's ascending at the 11th hour, and it's going to be a shock. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, transformation. And that makes sense why the first card I was like, fuck this, I'm off. Every time I think they've been doing the work, they haven't. I hear that they haven't. I'm away. And then it's like, boom, change. Union. Light-hearted, adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light. Well, that's came to light in this. Someone wants union, could also be getting out of a karmic marriage, but that can just be a karmic connection. Doesn't always need to be that, but it's sticking out. And they want union with their twin flame. Yin yang balance, union duality, complement, polar opposites. They were seduced, but that's in the past. Attraction, teasing, hooking up, date, third party, temptation. Boom. See what I mean? So like Love Island, but less. And that person was a narcissist. Yeah, I do think that about that girl too. They're young, but you know what I'm saying? If she doesn't change her ways, because I think that's crystal clear what she went there to do, and I think all those girls have clocked her. I think she's fake as fuck. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. She was doing that to be nasty. Yeah, mirror. Mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, when everyone's right, yeah. So, done that with a lot of passion, but it came through like it is what it is. It came through mirroring, heavily mirroring. I don't know what exactly is went on here, but your light irritates their demons. People have been very jealous and they've went for this connection. I hope you're able to see through it. If you want to book a personal session, if this felt like yours, then the details are there. And like I said, I will be back in probably about 90 minutes or something. Just look out for me. And yeah, see you when I see you. And oh, wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong phone to end this. Let's see. Where is the wee button actually? Where is the end button? Wait a minute. Oh, power. It's here. Right, okay. See you in a bit.